This is the meeting of the Executive Cabinet Member for Climate Change and Environment, taking place on Monday, the 10th of February 2025. I'm Councillor Richard Sylvester, the Executive Cabinet Member for Climate Change and Environment, and I would like to welcome councillors and officers of Bolton Council to this meeting, and to members of the public if you're watching the recorded version on the Bolton Council YouTube channel. Item 1 on the agenda is the monitoring of Executive Cabinet Member decisions, and this report was sent out by email prior to this meeting. So looking at this, there are 3 items which have been completed. One on the 9th of October 2023, and 2 on the 16th of September 2024, which can come off. Are there any questions from members on the monitoring report? If not, then we'll move on to item number 2. I'll note that report. Move on to item number 2, which is the Directorate of Place Finance Report Quarter 3. And we shall go over to our Head of Finance, Janet Pollard.
Thank you very much, Chair. So this is the Quarter 3 Finance Report for the whole of the Directorate of Place. The projected outturn position at Quarter 3 is £549,000 after planned movements to reserves. For this portfolio, the underspend is £158,000. Key financial findings can be found on page 3, and service-specific findings can be found on Appendix A. Executive Cabinet Member is recommended to note the contents of the report and approve the revisions of the capital programme and authorise the Directorate of Place to call off under suitable frameworks up to £400,000. I'm happy to take any questions.
So are there any questions for Janet on this finance report? None? Yes, Councillor Ali.
Yeah, thank you. I just wanted to ask, there's quite a number of I think there's 3 or 4 funding streams for parks. Is that because it's different pots of money that's coming in?
Can I just ask you which section of the report you're referring to, please?
Where you've got the detailed breakdown of, is it the last page or last few couple
on
of
the
pages?
capital programme. Yeah, so there are different funding streams across the whole of the capital programme. I'm just bringing it up
Sure.
so I can look at the exact thing you're asking me for.
It's so just because it's not under.
I think this is Appendix 5, page 19.
Yeah, that's right. So there are different funding streams here, and so we can identify them, that each scheme, they have got the funding on there, but sometimes within an item, there'll be multiple funding streams as well. So it depends how we categorise the item when we put it onto the schedule. But I can take you through anything that you want.
Yeah, it's just that I wondered because, for example, for market, it's 1, and in parks, I think there's 4 different. So it comes up again and again, so that's fine. It's just different funds to fund parks, 4 different funds, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's just sometimes the capital is when all the capital schemes get added to the capital programme. It depends what it's called at that point. Sometimes we do amalgamate them together to make it simpler.
Yeah.
Other times it's easier to leave it with the funding stream in the narrative. If you look in highways, there's lots in there, and sometimes they're amalgamated, different funding streams, but we keep track of that off the report. But like I say, depending on what the scheme is called when it is introduced into the capital programme, that's the narrative that usually stays there, unless we choose to collapse it into a bigger scheme.
Yeah, that clarifies it for me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Councillor Ali, and thank you, Janet, as well for that. So I'll note the Quarter 3 financial position of the Director of Place. I approve revisions made to the capital programme which fall under my own portfolio. I authorise the Director of Place to call off under a suitable and compliant framework in accordance with standing orders for contracts and the framework mechanism, where the value of the works is less than 400,000 to enable the capital programme to progress. And finally, I note the key findings of the report. So that's the two items on the agenda for today's meeting. So can I thank members and officers for their attendance and members of the public who are watching via the Council's YouTube channel. And until the next Executive Cabinet member meeting, can I wish you a fond farewell.
Thank you.